This will be a pre-made vlog, but it's still a vlog. I think it's 7:32 or 7:31. I believe it's 7:32. And it's just the sort of the worry about falling behind. And I am just jumping right into it. I haven't really thought about it. I know I thought about it yesterday when I saw, a bunch of my friends partying New Year's Eve or celebrating New Year's Eve, which isn't a problem at all. But I saw them partying in their own apartment now. It's not their own, they're renting, but they're not living at home as of now. And they were celebrating in the city, main city, and not in their childhood town, which sort of, I think that was the first time it has happened. And if you feel a bit alone, perhaps. You feel a bit alone, you feel some sort of anxiousness towards not being in the same place as they are. They are studying in the university they are studying in, and I am still, trying to fix my grades to get in to a university. Now, a bunch of them, have gotten into their university. I must say that the sort of requirements and the sort of level for getting into my university is a bit higher. Not to say it's better, but it's the sort of the qualifications or the grades need to be a lot higher than what they are. Not me trying to talk them down or some stuff, but it sort of explains why I am a bit behind. And of course, I have only myself to blame. I could have done better in high school and therefore been studying, but I can't talk and think like that anymore. Yeah, sometimes you do, but it isn't the right mentality, because what's done is done, and you have to do what you can with what you have, I guess. And right now I need to fix my grades, and yeah, it's going to be quite difficult. It's going to be super hard, and because I have mentioned I have 6 exams this semester, this coming semester, which will be extremely difficult. One of the reasons why is I have to have the best grades in many of them. I have to have the best possible grade. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. I am in no rush. But the feeling of falling behind is still there. I still live at home, and it's which is totally fine for me. But you feel some kind of pressure. You don't necessarily want to be a I don't know how to say this. You don't necessarily need to be. You don't want to be a weight on the owner's shoulders, right? You don't want to be a weight in the house. So yeah, you feel some kind of pressure there, of course. And as I mentioned, there are, I think I would be hanging out more with, possibly new friends if I got into the university, but also I would have hanged more, maybe perhaps with the friends that are now, my old friends that are now in the city, perhaps. I'm not sure. You never know, right? And I always had a wish to maybe go back to playing soccer. Oh my god, I just said soccer. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Why did I say soccer? I mean football. It's football. Why did I say soccer? Maybe because I saw a clip of someone say it, but I mean football. Jesus Christ. I almost want to edit that tiny bit out, but I won't. But yeah, it's football. I want to go back and play football again. And I think doing it in a university team would be so fun. But yeah, all of these wishes in the future. But yeah, I think there's not a lot of my friends that are fixing their grades like me. Mm, and in that sense, you sort of feel a bit alone. Therefore, the other people are a bit in front of you, which is totally fine. But the feeling of being behind, comparing yourself to other people, it has no end. It has no meaning. It doesn't. It doesn't matter, right? Because okay, let's say, oh, he's in front. Oh, he's done this and that. Where does that put your position? Where does that leave you? It doesn't leave you anywhere else than before you thought of that. You're still here. Why do you think about that? It isn't important to you. What is important to me is to get my grades up, focus on that, perhaps getting into university a bit later, but that is the position I find myself in, and I have to work for that. So it isn't, things are not given, okay? I didn't work hard enough in high school, and therefore I must fix my grades. And also I have given myself a sort of high goal of getting into the university I want. So it's not a surprise to me, but yeah, sometimes it doesn't happen too often, but it just popped in my head last night. But yeah, it's just, I just want to tell that to you and sort of talk about it with you guys, because maybe you find yourself in that position. But just remember that wherever other people find themselves in, wherever they are, or how they're doing in, let's say, a field or whatever, a job, it doesn't matter to you. But it doesn't. It's not me saying I shouldn't care. You should be able to understand when I'm saying this, that it doesn't matter to you. It literally doesn't matter to you, because it's your own life. You're going to live through your own life for the rest of your life. There is nobody else that is you're going to jump in. You're not going to become a different person physically and mentally. You're just going to be yourself, evolving, and you're not going to switch bodies. It's not going to happen. So their position and how they are doing doesn't matter to you at all. Of course, you can be happy for people, and you know, whenever I see a nice car, I get ambition. I get ambitious, whatever it's called. I get not a sense of jealousy, but a sense of what's possible. Definitely. It sort of tells me that it is achievable, it is possible to find yourself in that position. Instead of being jealous of the position people find themselves in, you have to be humble. You have to be critical to yourself, but also be kind to yourself. You have to understand yourself and where you find yourself. I said a bunch of yourself right now. Maybe I said the same thing, but hope you understand that at least. So, being in your position, being in my position where I am right now. I am very lucky. But me thinking about other people, how good they are doing, how they are 1 or 2 years in front of me doesn't matter to me. It has no meaning. It has no meaning. It has no importance in the path I'm going to. Let's say I want to become a doctor. What importance? Why should any other people being in front of you why should that be important? What's important is me getting good grades, me working hard, and then become a doctor with a degree or whatever. It has it just matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Of course, as I mentioned, be happy for them. I've said it a bunch of times before to them. It's amazing, whatever. And as I mentioned, with a nice car, that should be what's showing you what's possible for you as well. Getting into university, become a well student, whatever, right? So you know what it takes. I believe you do know what it takes to reach the goal that you want to reach, and therefore that is the only thing that you need to focus on. It literally is. And yeah, here I am talking about all this stuff, pretending that I know everything. I don't. I just don't. And if I was super clever and smart, I wouldn't be in the position probably where I find myself in. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm not, the best role model, but I at least can sort of try to help other people as well as help myself and stuff. So yeah, it was amazing to talk to you guys tonight. It's going to be a lovely week coming, and can't wait. So with that, and 12 minutes gone by, I hope you had a good day. Hope you will have a good day. I wish you the best as always. Have a laugh, have a smile, and be kind. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.